Hey y'all, it is time. It is time to do the thing that I've been wanting to do for the past 3 weeks now. I am going to cut up my hobonichi weeks and punch it so that it can go into my personal file effects. Hopefully this will turn out well, but we shall see. Either way, I'm doing it. So welcome, or welcome back. And okay, let's get this little party on the road. Thanks for joining me to take down my hobonichi weeks. It's so pretty, but I need a change. And I want to use up these pages, and if I don't cut them out of here and put them in the thing that I'm using, I won't use them. And I don't want to be wasteful. So here's the plan. I have my tools, so let's go over what I have in order to do this little experiment. I'm also drinking wine out of a tumbler. Yep. So, tools. You only really need scissors, but I have my handy dandy scissors. I also have an X-Acto knife because when I did the test, I only used scissors, and I said to myself, Krista, you are a whole collage artist. Why don't you go downstairs to your studio and get your X-Acto knife? It will be so much easier. And then I have this bone folder, which I just had on my table. I think it may come in handy, but we shall see. And then I also have, I love this hole puncher. This thing is amazing. I didn't know anything about it. I just bought it online, and it has all the sizes. So I have it set to personal size right now. And this thing is just so wonderful. So I have that. And then I have my trusty, dusty, and very old rickety paper cutter. So those are the things I'm using. So let's just get started. I'm probably going to speed up this video after I show you a couple of the leaves that I'm cutting out, the pages that I'm cutting out. And then, so you don't have to suffer through the whole thing. But this is my Uni Kitagishi Hobonichi Weeks for 2025. It's beautiful. I love it. But I'm not as attached to it as I thought I would be. Mainly because this whole health and wellness planner is like so new to me. I started one last year, probably like in May. And it gave mixed results, but I was like, oh, let's just try it again, because I hadn't started the year off with this as a health and wellness planner. This was just my everyday carry, but then midway through, I fell in love with the pocket Moleskine. I got a pocket Moleskine daily. That was wonderful. I loved it. But then I had to repurpose this to something else. So I started using it as a health and wellness planner. And then for this year, I said, oh, I can start the year off with a brand new planner that's dedicated just for health and wellness. And again, mixed results. But I don't want to be wasteful. I think I can salvage it. And I think I would use it if it's all in one in the system that I'm using, which right now is personal rings. I'm kind of in love with rings, but anyway, it just came up on me so quickly. So let's just take apart what we can. So I'll keep these things. I don't think I can get these stickers out, so I'm not even going to try. What I'm going to do is I'm going to repurpose this cover and try to make a junk journal out of it with whatever pages are left over, add some more pages. You'll see. That'll be a different experiment. But today we're just going to disassemble. Actually, I'm not taking all the pages out because my personal planner, Filofax, can't accommodate all of this stuff. So I'm just gonna take out a few things and give it a go. Like I'm not gonna take this. This is the, what do you call this? The annual calendar. I'm not gonna take this because I have a printable that can allow me to do this without having me cut this out. So I'm just gonna let this go and just leave this here. I'm not gonna take the monthlies because I'm not doing this anymore. I am going to take, oh, I said I was gonna take this. Oh, maybe I'll take this as a book log. Oh, I did say that. I did say that. I probably don't need that. Anyway, I'm pretty much gonna just take the weekly, starting with my affirmations and scripture. And then I don't think I can take all of these weeklies and put them in my planner now, because I just don't think it's gonna fit, because I have put so much in there. So I'm over here thinking I should only take the weeks where I'm gonna start off and leave the rest. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So we are in this week, which, as you can see, I didn't even touch it for this week. But I'm gonna take this week with me. No, I'm not gonna take this week. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna take this week. So I'm gonna start here for next week. So I don't really know how this goes. I just did a test with my last year's weeks because I use every page. I don't waste anything. I think I took out all the blank pages from this one. But I took out, oh, I didn't take these out. These have washi on them. I took out a few pages and I did an experiment. Like you can see, some of them have already fallen out because of my little experiment. So here's what I did. Let me bring you in so you can see. This hobonichi weeks, I don't know if you can see it, but they come in like these little leaflets, these little booklets. So some people will just take the X-Acto knife and just cut down and rip it out. I am going to take my time and just take out a booklet at a time, because they are on these strings that if you just pull gently, you can get to the strings, or you can use an X-Acto knife. Let's see, no, if you can come all the way down in here. So I'm not cutting the page, I'm just cutting the string. It's like these little strings, and I'm just gonna take my time. I'm not like in a rush. I don't want to cut the paper because I need as much of the paper as possible, because this paper is already so much narrower than the personal rings. So the writing space is not going to be a lot once you put the holes in them. So I want to try to preserve as much as possible. And this is going to take a minute. I actually think it's better if you just wedge it like this. You could also just push down with the X-Acto knife. I'm not cutting the paper. I'm just cutting the spot where the strings are. And then start to like wiggle, wiggle, jiggle. And then once you have it out, you just slice the string. It takes a little bit. Some hair. So it takes a little bit of time, but you just kind of, and there you go. So I got one of the leaves out, and it looks like this. It just looks like a little baby booklet. And then I have two of them, and I still have to cut them down the middle. That's where my paper cutter is going to come in handy, but I wanted to do them like this because it just, I mean, you don't even need the paper cutter. You could just do this. which would be even better. And then you just do one at a time. Oh, maybe not. This is where the bone folder can come in handy. Crease it real good. Fold it the other way. Crease it real good. And then it can just easily tear. And that gives a nice little interesting edge, which I like. So that's what I'm going for. That's why I don't want to just slice. This looks, you know, looks like worn paper, and I like that look. So that's what I'm going for. You see, it just tears very easily. And then you can just match it back up. Okay. And I mean, I'm gonna have to be careful because I think it goes like this. 24, 30, yeah, there we go. And then put it off to the side and then just keep going. It's done, I did it. I took the first step. So again, just look at your book up here. Might have to wiggle out a little bit. But you can see where the pages lift off of each other and they're in these little booklets. It's like 2 pages are sewn together. So I'm gonna take my time and just go after the booklet. See, I got another one. It's like 4 pages in a booklet. And then just keep doing that because, and then the more you take out, the subsequent booklets are just easy. You see how easy that came out? Yeah. So I don't need, let's see, I don't want the 10th. I don't want the 14th. Oh, do I want the 21st? Yes. Yes. So again, I'm just gonna, and you can put the pages back together once you do the thing. And so I don't need the 10th, but I do need this page to go with my 14th and then my 21st. And then here's my stack, 17th, and then the 14th, and then 21st. So pretty straightforward, and it still leaves this scraggly little edge. So I may do some trimming at the end, but I may not. So I'm gonna speed this up. So this is the weeklies from March. I hope it fits. And then we get into my notes pages, which I like that. And I like this that I made. I can just use this for something else. Not gonna worry about this. Let's see what else in here I had that I want to take. So these habit trackers, I am gonna recreate with the printables I already have set up. So I have to go in and just copy this information for January, February, and March. So I'll redo that. Okay, we have done it. We have cut up my hobonichi weeks, and now we are going to hole punch the pages just as soon as I can figure out which direction. Okay, I want to make sure we get everything on the right side. Now, I'm not gonna do all of this on camera. I think what I'm gonna do, I haven't decided whether I want scraggly edges or straight edges, but let's just cut a couple of them and see if that's the look that I want. So I am going to put it inside my handy dandy and just see where it needs to be in order to cut just a smidge. Let's see. It's not a smidge. It needs to be here, like a smidge. I don't really want to cut it. I don't want to lose that much. So here's what I'll do. I'll just do a few of them like this. So I just cut off like a sliver, and let's test it out with like that setting. And I think that was it. Yeah. I took before 4.5. Okay. So this is what we have, and now we have my favorite little contraption. This thing is so neat because you have it, it's closed, and then you can easily just slide it in your little utility cart, which is what I do, my little craft cart. But when you're ready to use it, you hold it down, you click the button over, and now it opens up. And I always like to do a test because you just want to be sure that it's right. And that's the 6-hole punch. Oh, you know what else we have to do that I forgot to tell you? Let me get a guide. I have a guide here. We have to trim the little edges a tiny bit, the bottom, because these pages are longer than the Hobonichi Weeks. The Hobonichi Weeks pages are longer than the personal size pages by a smidge, so you can see here. So they're narrower, of course, we know that. But they're also taller, so I have to cut that little bit off. And that is what I'm gonna do. That is what I'm gonna do. I am gonna cut it off. I want to be very careful, actually. Do I have a pencil? No. But I have a pen. I don't want to cut my guide because I don't want to. So I will just do this. Get it all tidied up. It doesn't have, I don't care about it being perfect. Like, legitimately don't care. And just get a little line. And I think being in rings has caused me to be like, the pages don't have to match. It's fine. Just turn the page and write down what you need to write down. Get on with it, girl. So no, my personal planner is not one of those aesthetic planners, which, y'all, if you love it, I love it. but that's not what I got going on. So I trimmed off a tiny bit, and what ends up happening, you end up losing just a little bit of that calendar down there, but girls, who's looking down there? I'm not. I don't care. And then hole punch magic. Now let's put it in our phyllo bags. Hi, cutie. Okay, so let's see. And doesn't that look cute? I mean, she's cute. She's gonna be in there flipping, and then I'll just be flip, flippity flip, right? Flippity flip. I love it. I love it. I think I'm gonna trim the edges on all of them just for uniformity. I'm gonna do that off camera. So I just wanted to show you that I disassembled my hobonichi weeks, and I'm about to pop it into my Filofax. But I'm gonna do all of that, and then I'm going to show you my setup. So that's going to be another video. So sorry, this is a long video, but I just wanted to show you. But here's the thing, I have a surprise. So this is what I was in, the Filofax Original and Patent Nude. It's a lovely cover. I like it a lot. I've been in it since September of last year as my home and home management binder. But now I am transitioning all of my stuff over to a personal. That was my ice machine. Personal. But I wanted to try something else. You know, I have a pocket Malden, and it just feels so wonderful. I mean, it felt so nice, and I was missing feeling this because my Pocket Ranger doesn't feel like this. I'm currently in a Pocket Ranger. But I said, oh, well, let me go and get a mama bear. But here's the gag. This leather and this leather, they don't feel the same. I don't know what is happening here. This feels like plastic. And it just doesn't feel as soft and warm and squishy as the Pocket. So for those of you who have the Filofax Maldens, please, and you got them recently, like, what is the deal? You can even see the difference now. Yes, I've had this for 2 months. So I'm hoping that after like touching this, using this for 2 months, it will turn into this. But if it doesn't, I'm going to be so sad. Because this is what I want to feel every day. That's what made me get this. And this was at a super discount. It was like $30 off or something. And anyway, so come back. It's all set up. She is so wonderful. So that'll be the next video, okay? So come back. I'm going to put the hobonichi weeks in here and pray that my rings can handle it. I'm going to have to take some stuff out. I can already tell. But anyway, or we just may have to use a few weeks at a time and not like all of this. But I'm going to set this up. But come back, okay? And I'm going to post it right away. I'm not going to like wait a week. So I'm going to post a video today on Friday, and then I'll post this setup video, flip through of my personal Filofax setup on Saturday. Okay, so you're going to get 2 videos back to back to back to back to back. Thank you so much for watching. And please like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my little channel so more people can enjoy all of the planner stationery goodness and black girl joy. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? Bye!